Jess Collins has always been happiest in the water.
Jessie.
From a young age, Mum had always said to us, even when we were sick, salt water fixes everything. So we went to the beach every single day.
She joined Nippers when she was 5 and made her first national surf lifesaving team at just 15, representing Australia 6 times.
Go, Jess!
But in May 2018, when Jess was holidaying on the Gold Coast, everything changed.
5 of my girlfriends and I were out surfing. I was celebrating the last class that I had at uni. I fell off my surfboard and my left foot, I stepped into the board and it hit me, and then I hit the sandbank out the back of Rainbow Bay coming off a wave, and instantly paralysed. So I was face down in the water. I couldn't feel anything, I couldn't move anything, and I knew that something was wrong. They took me to Princess Alexandra Hospital, where I found out that I had fractured my C5 vertebrae and had spinal cord damage from about a C2 down to C7.
After 4 weeks in intensive care at Brisbane, she spent 4 months in rehabilitation hospitals, learning to live life as a quadriplegic. Peter Collins has been by his daughter's side every day. He realized Jess was facing a very different future to others who'd suffered the same catastrophic spinal injury.
And it was subtle things, like initially when we were at the intensive care unit in Brisbane and the nurses saying and commenting to us that we should have actually put Jess up onto the road instead of having her accident identified in the surf. Why is there a difference? Why is, because she was in a beach accident, any different to someone that was in a motor vehicle accident, that theoretically at fault motor vehicle accident, but you seem to be getting treated as a second-class citizen.
Jess is one of more than 2,000 Australians catastrophically injured each year. But the level of ongoing care they receive depends on where the accident happens.
Someone else is sitting there who's a paraplegic and can have 10 hours of physio a week, and I get 45 minutes, just because we're in different insurance schemes.
People injured on roads or at work are covered for life by a national network of injury insurance schemes.
Yes, I'm going to try and push you backwards from the shoulder.
But for people like Jess, injured in public places like beaches or parks, there is no such scheme. The NDIS provides some support for them, but its coverage is limited.
14.
Under the NDIS, Jess gets 2 hours of rehab a week and limited care.
You count us, Jess.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Since the accident, her dad has had to give up work to become Jess's full-time carer.
Yeah, so you can see how wide the hallway's been made.
Local community groups raised hundreds of thousands of dollars to help pay for extensive home modifications, extra rehab sessions, even a customized car. All things the NDIS didn't cover.
So I need a lot of space, obviously the shower chair and an accessible sink.
The whole Newcastle community, they've been amazing support for us. Without them, Jess would probably still be at rehab somewhere trying to negotiate with the NDIS to get some home modifications done. You look at the beautiful things that people have done for us and you think, well, why should they have to carry the can?
For more than a decade, Mark Tonga has also relied heavily on community support.
So how's the car going, mate? Is the car well?
Mate, I cannot thank you enough,
That's right.
for
it's a community, mate.
thank you enough for funding that van, mate. Okay.
11 years ago, the amateur rugby player broke his spine at training.
I did this drill called a pick and drive, and as everything in life, you do it a million times, but it just didn't go the way that I've done it before, and just ended up in the wrong position.
In 2018, a rugby charity donated $70,000 to buy Mark a new car. It took 8 months for the NDIS to approve $51,000 in funding to modify the vehicle. In 2011, the Productivity Commission recommended a national injury insurance scheme be set up alongside the NDIS. Then Assistant Treasurer Bill Shorten called the situation a postcode lottery and established a committee to advise the government. Dr. Andrew Pesha was on the committee and can't believe that nearly a decade on, nothing has progressed.
The National Injury Insurance Scheme was for lifetime support for people with rare and catastrophic injuries. So that would give them immediately early intervention to maximise their ability to recover to the extent they could.
Physio at 2 for you.
Unfortunately, for people like Mark and Jess, they remain in a limbo.
Public health researcher Professor Alex Cawley says the scheme has effectively fallen off the radar over the past 2 years.
We've got hundreds of people who aren't getting the same amount of care and support that other people in the community are, and that's a really significant issue for the country.
The federal government says the scheme is the responsibility of the states. They maintain it's still very much in play.
I think it's weird. I think we have this very strange environment in which the way in which you're injured, the state or territory in which you live, and a range of other circumstances sort of dictate the sort of care you receive in these schemes.
Yeah, sunflowers.
Beautiful, favourite thing in the whole world. Actually, second favourite.
Yeah, what's your favourite?
The ocean.
Jess Collins still wonders why all Australians can't be treated equally.
If I was on the road and then it's the same thing happened, then it would be a completely different story.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.